Not quite ready yet. Let me reset this. I'm going to have to restart it. Sorry.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you are.
You got it, sir. Right there.
Hi there. Can you state your name, please?
Yes, it's Linnea Mooney Jennings.
All right. Do you reside on Williman Road?
Yes, sir.
Is that in Globe?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you have a phone number?
I do, but they took my phone yesterday.
Okay. Couldn't I go ahead and get the number?
928-812-1373.
Then I have an email for you, which is your first name, last name, 1110 at Gmail. Is that correct? Okay. All right. The state is alleging 3 charges against you. All of them are felony allegations. The first one is drug paraphernalia, possession or use. The second charge is narcotic drug possession or use. And the third charge is dangerous drug possession or use. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on October 23rd of 2025 at 3:00 p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there is probable cause to charge you with those crimes, not convict you, but charge you. If there is probable cause found, your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If there's not probable cause, one or all of those charges will be dismissed. There's a possibility that they'll take the case in front of a grand jury. If that is the case, they'll notify you that you do not need to appear in court on that court date. The best thing for you to do is to inquire a business day ahead of time to see if you're required to come to court or not. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if you change address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and do not possess any firearms. These are felony allegations. If you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. I'm placing a $6,000 bond hold on you, so you remain in custody unless you post a bond. Being that you're held in custody, the prosecutor must file a formal complaint against you within 48 hours of the date and time of this hearing. If they fail to file that complaint timely, you'll be released on your own recognizance. The case still can be filed up to 7 years from the date of your arrest. You understand that?
Yes.
Also that since you're held in custody on a felony, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you cannot afford one. I'll be sending you a financial statement that if you're interested in a court-appointed attorney, complete that statement, and if you qualify, one will be assigned once the complaint files. Do you have any questions about any of that information?
Yes, is it $6,000 cash or cash or 30?
It's either one. You can do bail bonds or whatever you like.
Okay.
Any other questions on that?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I got for you.
Thank you.
Big full name for the judge.
Stephanie
You're going to have to speak louder, please.
Schroeder.
Thank you, Ms. Shorter. All right, Ms. Shorter, do you still live on Pennington, number 25 in Mesa?
Yes.
Okay. And first initial, last name 0913 at Gmail?
Yes.
Your phone number ends in 9693?
Yes.
Okay. 480-217-9693? Okay. All right, the state is alleging 4 charges against you. All of them are felony allegations, and they are the following. The first is drug paraphernalia, possession or use. The second charge is dangerous drug possession or use. The third charge is dangerous drugs possession for sale. And then the final charge is dangerous drugs transport for sale. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 23rd of October at 4:00 p.m. That's to make a determination if there's probable cause to charge you with those crimes, not convict you, only to charge you. If probable cause is found, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If not, those charges could dismiss, okay? Your release conditions are the following. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of any address change. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And do not possess any firearms. These are felony allegations. If you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. There is a possibility that the case will go in front of a grand jury. If that is the case, you will not have to go to court on that date. Best thing for you to do is to inquire a business day ahead of time to see if you're still required to go to court. Okay? They'll notify you of that if they decide to go through a grand jury, but the mail might be slow or you might not get it regarding that. So I'm placing a $15,000 bond hold on you, so you remain in custody unless you post that bond. Being that you're held in custody on a bond, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney if you cannot afford to hire one. I'll send you a financial questionnaire that if you want a court-appointed attorney and you qualify for one, they'll be assigned to your case once the complaint files. Also, that you're held in custody on a bond, the prosecutor has 48 hours to file a formal complaint against you. If they fail to file that formal complaint, you'll be released on your own recognizance without having to post bail. They do have the ability to file the case up to 7 years from the date of your arrest. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if they file it, well, I don't understand.
Yeah, so let me,
If they don't file within 48 hours, I can release?
Correct. And then if they do file it, and you qualify for the court-appointed attorney financially, then your attorney will be assigned at that point, review your charges, review that you're held on bond, and be in contact with you regarding the charges.
Okay.
Okay? Any other questions in that?
Is the bond or cash only thing, or?
It's not cash only, it's bail bonds eligible.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. That's all I got.
Set up right here, all in for the judge.
There, can you state your name, please?
Bill Pot Jr.
Okay. All right, sir. Give me a moment. You still reside on Glendale Avenue in Globe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And ScottPhilpot11@gmail is a good email for you?
Yes.
Do you have a phone number?
It's 928-200-6838.
All right, sir. The state is alleging 3 charges against you. Number 1 is drug paraphernalia possession or use. The second one is narcotic drug possession or use. And the third charge is dangerous drug possession or use. All of those are felony allegations that you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial on. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 23rd of October at 3:00 p.m. The preliminary hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with those 3 allegations, not convict you. If probable cause is found, your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, one or all of those charges could dismiss. Your release conditions are the following. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately of any address change. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and not to possess any firearms. If you're convicted, you could become a prohibited possessor. I'm placing a no bond hold on you, and the reason why there's a no bond hold is you're currently on release conditions out of another court on felony allegations. So when you have a crime alleged that's a felony against you, and you're out on release conditions on another felony, the rules say that I can't release you on a bond. So you'll be held with a no bond on that under Rule 7.2 B1B. Being that you're held without bond, you have the right to a court-appointed attorney on these charges if you cannot afford to hire one. I'll send you a financial questionnaire that will ask you questions regarding your finances, and if you qualify for that court-appointed attorney, they'll be assigned when the complaint files. Mentioning the complaint files, the prosecutor has 48 hours to file a formal complaint against you on these charges from the date and time of this hearing. If they don't do that, then you'll not be held on the conditions of this bond. If they don't do that, then you'll be released. The charges can be filed up to 7 years from the date of your arrest. Okay? If they do file the complaint within that time frame, if you qualify, then your attorney will be assigned, made aware of your charges and your in custody status with the bond of no bond hold, and be in touch with you regarding the case. Do you have any questions at all?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I've got then.
Thank you.
All set. So right here, take the full name for the judge. All the way.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Owen Alpha.
All right, sir. Give me one moment. Do you still reside on Arlington Avenue in California?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your phone number is 951-965-9048.
That's correct.
Okay. The state is alleging 3 charges against you. All of them are misdemeanor violations. The first one's a DUI, being impaired to the slightest degree. The second charge is a reckless driving charge, and the third is an excessive speed violation. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you an arraignment on the 12th of November. That's where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to those 3 misdemeanor charges. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceedings, and all of those options, as well as the penalty range for each of those charges, will be explained to you prior to giving your plea at the next hearing. Now, you were from California. Do you have business in Arizona or family in Arizona?
Yes, I was working. I have my brother with me as well. He's disabled. I'm a truck driver. I was like maybe an hour and a half away from Phoenix, I think.
Yeah, you were. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's where I had my delivery. And, Your Honor, I'm truly deeply sorry. There's no excuse.
Yeah. So all I'm trying to find out is, after you made that delivery, what were your intentions? To go home or go to your next delivery?
Yeah,
Or?
I was going to go home because I needed to pick up my, in California, I needed to pick up my hard copy of my license. So
Okay.
I just have my temporary for now.
Okay.
So that was the plan.
All right. Take a look here real quick. So I'm trying to make a determination whether you should be allowed to leave the state of Arizona or not. Let me look at what your history looks like. You've got August 2024, a felony charge.
Yeah. It was self-defense. It was assault with a deadly weapon. Ended up letting me go after the 3 days.
Is it still pending?
No. No charges were pressed. They dropped everything. Like I said, it was self-defense.
Okay.
How I defending myself against some crackheads.
Okay. Let me take a look. Do you have any failure to appears?
No. I mean, I think I had one last year because I had a ticket, but I ended up getting that resolved. Other than that, no, Your Honor.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to do a couple of things. Number one, you will be allowed to leave the state of Arizona to return to California. You'll be required to appear at your court date on that date that I said, but I'm going to allow you to do it telephonically. So between now and then, you'll have to be ready for a phone call between 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. on that court date, and I'll give you a copy of this so you have it.
Okay, thank
Again,
you.
it's on the 12th of November, but I'll give you a copy of this so you have it. And then we'll do it over the telephone, taking your plea, and depending on how that goes, I'll explain all those proceedings and all of those options to you at the next hearing. So make sure you're available at the court date and time. It's in between 10 and 12:30 p.m. on that date to be able to handle that telephonically. You must appear at all hearings, all proceedings of the court. So I'm allowing you to do an appearance by telephone on the first one, and then we'll see what happens after that to whether we're going to allow that to happen on and on. Okay. Your release conditions: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if you change your address. I'm allowing you to leave the state of Arizona.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
And I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
No, well, yeah, so once I'm released, am I still allowed to drive my truck to finish the route?
Yeah, so you'll have to look at the paperwork that was provided to you. I see the DUI allegation. Typically what happens is they take your license from you, but you have a temporary license.
Yeah.
And that should allow you, at least it's an admin per se affidavit form that allows you 15 days to drive. And then that will conclude and a suspension will take place on the DUI allegation unless you request a hearing. So just make sure you become familiar with that form and how to request a hearing if you choose to do that. Otherwise, right now, I can't answer that. That's kind of a legal question, but typically on a DUI arrest, you're allowed to drive for a certain period of time with the authority of the admin per se affidavit. You look on the back of it and it'll say temporary driver's license. It'll tell you when it goes non-valid, and then the suspension takes place. And so after that, so.
That's from CSA, right?
Pardon me?
That from CSA or something, DOT?
Well, yeah, so that you have a commercial driver's license?
Yes, sir.
That's a whole different condition. So I'm just talking about your regular driving privileges. So yeah, that's a whole different set of circumstances. It's probably going to get impacted significantly.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a financial questionnaire because on a DUI you have the right to have a court-appointed attorney at little or no cost. So if you're interested in that, then fill out that financial questionnaire and make sure that we get it back from you so we can have that ready for you at your next hearing.
Okay.
Any other questions, sir? Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Follow the sergeant.
You want it sent to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
You do, sir.